Hi, my name is Hugh James and I'm the new guitar teacher here at Pacson Music. I started playing guitar when I was very young. I started with classical guitar, mainly because my mother wanted me to. But when I got into high school, I joined a few rock bands. I played for Junior Eurovision for Belgium. And then I went to conservatory in the UK, where I studied jazz music. And I've been playing in jazz ensembles and rock ensembles and different things. And yeah, now I'm teaching here. So I like to take an adaptive approach. We always want to take into account what the student wants, what their goals are, in order to work towards those. But at the same breath, we also want to do that in an efficient way. So I try to balance the academic principles with what the student has in mind and what they're looking to achieve. Progression goes like this. I go from beginner to the best, but really it goes like this. So sometimes you have to be aware that there are going to be little points where it feels a bit tough, but with the right guidance and the right practice schedule, so I will give you what you need to do to break through those plateaus to get to the next stage, it is very manageable. So again, my approach is adaptive based on what the students are looking to achieve. So I will take a keen interest into where you are actually at and what the next steps are for you to progress. There isn't one method that works for everyone. We try and make it as adaptive as possible, while sticking to the best principles so that you know that you're in good hands. So classical music is so rich, it gets a bad reputation as boring, but that's because people don't know the amount of classical music that's out there. And it's also one of the best foundations for actually becoming technically good at your instruments, as well as the music being just generally beautiful. So acoustic guitar is great in that it's often used to people who want to sing. They often want to accompany themselves on acoustic guitar. I think acoustic guitar, it works well for certain genres, so blues and bluegrass and pop music. It has its own niches, just like classical guitar, electric guitar and classical guitar. They all have their own sort of speciality and they all have their own things to offer. Electric guitar obviously is the kind of the flashy, more exciting one. I enjoy soloing and you can be really loud and you can really express yourself on electric guitar. But again, they all have their own thing to offer. So I work with what the students want to work with. We'll often start with a little bit of a balance of some classical, just to give you some training into what you need to do, but at the same time, we'll work towards the genre that you want to work towards. So say the lesson is half an hour, we might do 10 minutes of just some classical technique and 20 minutes working towards what you want to work towards. So the difference is the actual instrument. A classical guitar has nylon strings, a thicker neck, and is more designed for playing pieces on your own with no vocals. An acoustic guitar is more designed for strumming chords and less designed for being an instrument on its own, although it can be as well. And an electric guitar, again, is not really designed to be on its own. That's for in like a band ensemble. And because you're amplified, you can put all kinds of effects on your guitar. So if you want to sound rock and roll, heavy metal, you'll need an electric guitar because we can dial up the distortion and all those things. It's by paying attention to what they're actually doing and what they enjoy. When we find something that you like, that's come out naturally for you, that's something we try and expand upon and we try and dig into. Talent is a bit of a myth. Behind everyone that you think is talented, there's actually hours and hours of practice. Nobody has ever gone to a guitar and immediately been able to play. So in that regard, you don't need to worry. You just need to be able to put in a little bit of time and you will improve consistently. At Pacson Music, we're very adaptive to the students. So other schools around Brussels can be very rigid. They want you to follow their method, their classical system. At Pacson Music, we're a bit more adaptive, and there's also room for you to try other things as well. So I know that we work on video production, singing, piano, so you can really cross-pollinate between all your things. You're not stuck in one system. Look, I can understand that, but really just, it's a very relaxed thing. In the beginning, it's just something between you and me. You practice at home, we do things in the lesson, and I promise after time you'll build up the confidence to want to show other people what you're getting to.